I don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to show you what's going on. This is an oil pump, and I had the chain here, the chain back here, double chain back here. I don't have a lot of time because I had to undo all this stuff real quick. So basically, I had several straps over, several chains, and we had to undo everything but just something to travel with inside the yard. Here's another load coming in. It's a quick one, I'm sorry, but this was a same-day delivery, and I had to hustle to make it. El Paso to Odessa, get loaded and roll like hell. So it's all good. Truck's running better. Got everything fixed up, all washed, repaired, engine work done. A lot better shape now. So just wait to get unloaded. They have to get inspected, and then they take off our license. Well, I'm back in the truck a few minutes later. It's pretty warm out, and you got to wear long sleeves, and that makes it a little bit warmish. So they just want us to have enough securement on the load to travel with inside the yard, which is less than 10 miles an hour. So when they come over, I may have to punch off the video camera, and I'm not sure if he's coming over to check me out, but this is, you'll be able to see some of the big equipment. It usually does the unloading. Yep. Big fork truck. That's why I left a big old gap between myself and this driver over here, because they were going to take off some of the smaller pieces here at this particular station, and then in the back they may take off, and then who knows, they may change and take it all off right here. So when you come in, you get instructions. They ask me, where are you going? Do you know where you're going? I said, it's been a while. It used to be all the way in the back. The guy just agreed with me and pointed, and that's all he did. When I got there and I went to all the way to the back, it was the wrong place, of course, but that's just normal. So, you know, no harm done. I just went and turned around, came back, and parked right here. And then I went and actually checked with another fork truck driver to make sure. So having two people confirm where I needed to be and what I needed to do is a little better. I should have just said nothing and let him tell me everything I needed to do over again, because they do change over time. I've been coming here for years, but they did change it a little bit this time. So that's fine. It's a huge yard. It's Weatherford, Odessa, Texas. Well-run place, very safe. They are really particular on their safety rules, and you know, have everything printed and that thing, the type of thing for you. So you just have to, you know, read them. I mean, here's a whole sheet right here that they want you to do. You know, they got rules. The whole works. So you got two-sided sheet, and you just read it all, make sure you try and follow it. And if you get here same day, fine. As long as you're checked in, they have no problem unloading you. So, you know, I'm here, I've unsecured the load basically. So that's it. I will get delivered. And that way I'm empty today. I'm ready for another load. I'm sorry folks, I gotta get a drink of water. And that's pretty much it. They're easy loads. One of the pieces weighed 48,000. I said I can scale 46. Try to scale legal, even if you think there's no scales in between, because they can always set up a portable or an inspection. And there is scales. They just may not be open. But on I-10 and I-20 between El Paso and Odessa, all they have to do is be open, weigh you once, and if you messed up and took the 48,000, put yourself over gross, that's your fault. So don't do it. Well, that's about it for me. Looks like everything's getting ready to flash. I've got to recharge batteries again. I'm using the little GoPro camera, and it's set on a swivel on the top part of the dash there. And do the best to try and give you guys some great videos of what the real world of trucking is, what it's really about. Mostly it's all flatbed for me, obviously. I do show some other stuff on occasion, you know, if it's worth talking about. And so you new folks, you can see before you try and break into flatbed, you wonder about it. And I can pretty much tell you that if you think you're going to get by in sandals or flip-flops and stuff, you're not. That's it. We're need checked out. Well, we're back. I got enough battery to finish up with a little bit of a tip. Counterweights will be unloaded here, like I said. But some of the stuff that you have to watch on these import oil pumps is, you know, I went around and checked the bolts, and I just carry a standard adjustable wrench. You know, you want at least a 10, maybe a 12-inch wrench, so you can open it up wide up to these larger nuts and give them a tweak. And I went around and I checked them real quick. Doesn't take very long, and that way they don't fall off and go through somebody's windshield. So everything was there when we got here. We're all good. But that's another tip. It's hard when you have so many pieces wired together to check everything, but you want to make sure every connection of a piece's part is heavily bolted. They've got heavy gauge wire. We're talking like diameter, about like that. It's heavy. So when they go through there and they give them a twist, they're usually 2 or 3 rounds through like eyelet holes and other product attachment to keep it on there, and then they give it a twist this way to tighten it down. So you want to make sure that there's a connector on all that, and even if there's pieces up there wired together, like, you know, the man basket where they're protection for climbing and the walkways and all that kind of stuff, all that's going to be on top on this kind of product. So they're wired, but you still need to throw a couple of straps because you want to make sure that it's held in place. You never know. I mean, just make sure, because unless you're climbing up all over it, you know, I mean, most of it you can see on the medium-sized pieces, because mine's not but 34,000. It's not the big ones. You just need to check it. You have to climb up on the edge and look down and around like I've done. So that's it. You know, a lot more work with flatbed, folks. If you don't want to do that stuff, you can go find, you know, a dry van or whatever and get some of your drive time under your belt, and that'll get you started. But I started out doing basically moving van, and then years later I went into flatbed. So both of them were the harder level jobs. Furniture movers, obviously physical labor, and even as the driver, you know. And flatbed is obviously physical labor. So pick what you want to do. But like I was saying right at the end of the last segment, is that if you want to just drive around in shorts, a tank top, and flip-flops, don't pick flatbed. You know, some of you guys that do wear that stuff on your off time, that's fine. That's none of my business. But for the most part, I wear my steel toes and long pants all year long. I don't, you know, I've got about 10 pairs of coveralls I carry on the truck. And I don't know, it's just a matter of mindset, being ready for work, being available and ready to rock and roll at a moment's notice. And so many drivers have gotten slammed for trying to walk into somebody's plant wearing freaking tank top and shorts and flip-flops or tennis shoes or some kind of stuff, which might be comfortable to drive in. That's fine. People drive in sweats. You know, your legs are still covered, so what? That's fine. You know, personally, I wear heavy canvas coveralls because I'm walking next to stuff that'll slice you open. And that's it, flat, plain and simple. I've walked next to items before, and it's cut me through the material, but it didn't cut me as bad. So just have to pay attention. Well, I think they're coming over to get some stuff, so we'll leave you guys alone. I hope you enjoyed it. That's basically more oil field. Next is probably hazmat. I'm either doing Odessa or probably Hobbs, New Mexico or something, and it's going to be $350 to $450 a month. And that's just the way it is. You know, if I'm going to be hauling totes and drums on a flatbed, placarded hazmat, I'm going to get paid for it. And I'm not doing this for my health. They'll pay me right. I'll get up and get the next load. I might even get, if I do the Hobbs, New Mexico, up to into Colorado, then I've got a Colorado load out to Nevada to a remote mine, and they pay pretty well too. And those are regular, ongoing things. So if I keep getting these connectors, I can build a nice triangle of loads and just keep doing it. Or, you know, might take 4 loads to get where I need to go to make a circle. So whatever works. Okay, they got my counterweights. They just unloaded that. Here they come. And he might be motioning me to move on. Nope, he's going to go ahead and take the equipment on over. Then he might come back, and he may be leading me in to unload the main piece. That's it. So once I start going back there, I'm not going to worry about camera. I'm just trying to talk and explain and show you guys what's going on, what you can expect. Because this is stuff you need to know. You need to know how to, you know, not make mistakes, even if you do small stuff, keeping it small, slight errors and truck placement or whatever is no problem. Just, you know, I don't get all ticked off over it. I just laugh and I go, okay, I'll just go on and move over and then just do it nice and slow and safe. That's the whole thing. You don't want to run up and get pissed off, run over somebody. You get pissed off and make a stupid move with your truck because, you know, you can kill somebody pretty easy. It doesn't take much. So just take it easy. Do it right. Keep it safe. You can get hurt out here pretty easily, so just do it right. Don't get in too much of a hurry. And don't take shortcuts. That's it. I'm rambling, so I'll talk to you guys later, and I'll see you down the road.